Lads, we are here to talk about the best deck of the format, in my opinion, IMO. We are going to take an analytical look at Orcust. Okay, so Orcust, there is a plethora of ways you can play this deck. So, we're going to do the pros first. The pros are, here are the things that are very strong about it. One, and it's a small engine. You can throw it in just about anything that summons 2 monsters, and you're going to have an ending board of 4 interruptions. Pretty insane. So it's a small engine. That's important. It's dark, meaning Allure of Darkness is accessible to you. On top of that, it just requires 2 monsters on the board, so you can run it with just about anything. But you're going to see in the deck profile. This is my take on Orcust. It's not the standard. It's probably the standard. I'm just going to build it on Dueling Books, so you're going to see it there. Because I don't own the Dangers. But it doesn't have to be Danger Orcust. It can be Trickstar Orcust. We've seen Trickstar variants. Burning Abyss Orcust. We've seen Burning Abyss variants. I've seen Salamangreat versions of the deck. Orcust is not a big engine, so you can kind of run it in anything. The Danger engine is just the most consistent version of it. So it's versatile, it's a small engine, and it puts up some really crazy stuff. Its link climbing ability is just absurd. So what's its weaknesses? Well, its weaknesses would be anything that targets. Targeting spells like Called by the Grave hurt it. Twin Twisters hurts it because it gets rid of the back row. Super Poly can be annoying, but it's not detrimental, because typically you're only ending on 2 monsters. For the Orcust combo, anyway, you're only ending on 2 monsters on board. So Super Poly can hurt. It's susceptible to certain hand traps if you know your timing. But overall, it's a really, really good strategy. It's stuff that you're already main decking or side decking, or its weaknesses. Typically, Super Poly is the only one I don't think I've talked about too much. I think I talked about it in Thunder Dragon. So, if I didn't, there you go. But it's stuff you're already side decking, and that's kind of the common theme, is the weaknesses of all these decks are things you're already side decking, but they're still the best decks for certain reasons. And Orcust is no different. Orcust is the best deck of the format because it can play through that stuff the best, in my opinion. But without further ado, let's jump right into the deck profile. Lads, we are back, and we are here with Danger Orcust. So you just listened to my analyses of Danger Orcust, of Orcust in general, and this is my list for Dangers. Like I said, I don't own all the Dangers, so we're going to go through this. This will be a little bit more in-depth than the previous one, True Draco. Like I said in that video, I don't play True Draco a lot, so we're going to jump right into it. So for my list, I only run the 9 generic good Dangers. So 3 Nessie, 3 Tsuchinoko, 3 Jackalope. It's ensuring that I will end with a body on board. You can run Bigfoot in this. I just don't find a use for it. You have enough ways to out things. So this is my Danger lineup for that reason. Then I run the Neospatian engine because it's a free 2 bodies on board and it's super easy to do. And you can rip out hand traps, which is always fun. Then your Orcust lineup, 2 Nightmare, 3 Harp, and 1 Symbol. So I only run 1 Symbol because if I do end up drawing it, it's not that big a deal. I'll just use Harp to summon this out and discard this with one of my other ways. We want to get this on board with the next card in Graveyard. So that's your standard Orcust lineup for this set. Then 3 Destrudo. Destrudo is your Synchro. It's free negates. It can be free negates or it can be going for OTK. It just kind of depends on what you need. Then 2 copies of Silent Boots and 1 copy of Ancient Cloak. It's the perfect lineup in my opinion. It's always been the right ratio. It's 2 boots, 1 cloak. Some people feel differently, but in all the months I've been playing the deck, this has always been the perfect ratio for me. I've always liked 2 and 1. Then 2 copies of Ash Blossom. And 2 copies of Effect Veil. Those are your hand traps. I think Veiler is the best hand trap of the format. And I think Ash Blossom is the most generic second option. 3 copies of Twin Twisters, because Twin Twisters, back row decks hurt. 3 copies of Called by the Grave. You don't actually have to run this with the Neospatian engine. I just like Called by the Graves. If I happen to open this and they go for an Ash on it or whatever, I can Called by it and defend myself. And then I can basically make them go -1 still, and rip cards out of their hand. 1 Foolish just to get Destrudo Engrave. 1 Babble, because it's part of the Orcust combo. 1 Crescendo, part of the Orcust combo. 2 Fogblade, and 1 Shade Brigandine. So Shade Brigadine's important just in case you have, like, if you open this, you'll be able to search this guy off, so on and so forth. And then now into the extra deck. 2 copies of Dingirsu. This is not a budget extra deck, just BT dubs. Excuse me. So yeah, 2 Dingirsu, 3 copies of Galati, Galacupati, 1 copy of Longirsu. Galate is because it's important. Longirsu because it's spot removal and it's non-targeting removal on top of that. Then I run 1 Cerberus, 1 Mermaid, 1 Phoenix, 1 Unicorn. That's my Nightmare package. You can change it up a little bit if you want to run a second Mermaid. You can. I have another card in here that I just like running because it's really cheeky and niche scenarios. 1 Rusty Bard. Rusty Bard is important. Boral Savage and Cyber's Quantum. I love this card. I think Cyber's Quantum Dragon is one of the most insane cards in the entire deck. It's so good for OTKing because it just bounces something. If you have this and Boral Sword Dragon, these 2 cards is basically just going to end the game. And then 1 Topologic Bomber Dragon. But that's my take on the Danger Orcust list. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, as always. And like I said, this is just a template, so you guys may see something different. You may be using something different, whatever the case may be. But that's just kind of the way it goes, as this deck is very versatile, and everybody plays it a little differently. So that's my take on the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time.